Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, the media is trying to create a firestorm over nothing. Guys, when we talked, I played it this morning on the Wunderkind Morning Show. Shout out to the channel. And every time there's no news to be made, what they try to do is they try to create firestorms around 1 to 2 players in the NFL. And primarily it's usually Lamar Jackson and now Jalen Hurts. And what they've been doing now with Lamar is, he don't practice. He's not bought into winning. He's not serious. He's not committed to winning. And that was what they were going in with. And then he showed up. And you would think, all right, it's done. There's nothing else to talk about. But you had everybody changing up stories. Oh, how long will he be there for? Or some even said they don't like that he's there. First things first. Yeah, what I'm doing, I'm going to play the audio and video of it, and we're going to break it down even further, okay? So without further ado, this is not OTAs. OTAs don't start till May. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. They don't even care if they're wrong, right? They're just going to keep. Now, if I went on that channel and said, yo, what are you talking about? This isn't even OTAs. OTAs don't start till May. Oh, well, you know what I mean. No, we don't. Explain yourself. See what I'm trying to say? And it's not just Eric Mangini, who was garbage at being a coach. It's all the other channels. You already heard, I already covered the Dan Orlovsky stuff. You heard earlier stuff with Mike Florio, who I refuse to put on the channel. He's a little demon. But listen, and then they try to say, oh, well, because his mom probably talked to him. Look, I don't understand the firestorm. As a matter of fact, I do understand it. It's just negativity, sells with Lamar Jackson. But they're lying at this point. Like, it's not even, they don't even care if it's the truth or not. They're like, we have big platforms. We can lie. It would be so funny if Lamar said, hold on, wasn't I at this time? And they're like, yep. So you guys are lying on me now? Like, it would be so funny if he did that. Because then it would have to force a response. Well, Lamar, are bad. Sorry, we're not perfect. You're just like, no. You're lying on people. Hold on. Let me make sure, because isn't that slander? Can't you get sued for that? Lying? Right? Let me check that real quick. I'm pretty sure you can. Lying on somebody is slander. Let me make sure let me make sure, because I want to make sure I check this out. Because at some point, you know what I'm saying, Yeah, look, yes, lying about someone making false spoken statements that damages their reputation is considered slander. Slander is a form of oral defamation, which is a civil wrong tort in the U.S., allowing victims to sue for harm caused to their character, profession, or relationships. Please sue them, Lamar, please. You know what would be so funny if he did? If he came out and said, yo, and they're on live, and while they're on live, you got served. And they're like, yo, Lamar's suing it for lying. Yeah, keep playing with me. And I would love to see Lamar do that. I would love it, because then you know what he'll do? Then they'll get mad. Wow, that's so petty. It's like, stop lying on me. It's that easy. Stop lying. Y'all want to keep talking about me? You want to keep lying on me? Start fixing it. I'm going to start suing the mess out of y'all. Keep lying. And I already know, Stephen A. would take, oh, how dare you? This is the media. And I'm going to stand up for my company. And it's not our fault you ever won a Super Bowl. We're just doing our job. That's how Stephen A. would come at it. But the funny thing is, this would be so funny. When he wins, what would you be able to say? That's the only thing you could say, is that he hasn't won a Super Bowl. The man's one of the greatest players to ever put on cleats. It's ridiculous. I promise you, if somebody was lying on Stephen A., he would sue them. I promise you he would. Mike Florio was a former attorney. He would sue them if they were lying. I'm telling you. They'd be like, oh, you're ruining my reputation. That's exactly what they would say. And the funny thing is, they don't mind ruining the reputation of others. My mom used to say what's good for the goose, not good for the gander. My mom is famous for saying that. It's okay you do it to if I do it. I don't care if you do it to me. I don't even have to ask. If someone was openly lying on Stephen A. Smith and it was going viral, he would sue them. And so would Mike Florio. Heck, so would Dan Orlowski. And I'd be like, that's my character. You're defaming my character. You're defaming my stuff for my profession. Like, I wish Lamar would, because it'd be the funniest thing to watch Dan or some of them get served online, like on a live. And then it's like, they're looking at, you've been served. And they're like, everyone's like, because you know that's going to go viral, Lamar suing you for lying. I'd be like, yes. I'd be just like this. Thank you, Lord. Yes. Now let's see if they keep talking. Let's see if they keep walking the walk, talking the talk. I love every bit of it. I'd be laughing. Y'all be saying, Nitro evil, he petty. I'd be like, yup, super petty. Super petty. Ever heard of Superman? No, it's super petty. With a capital P on my chest. Yo, I'm so serious with you, bro. I mean, imagine, I want everyone to take a step back for a second and think about it. Imagine somebody lying on you. Lying. Just to defame your character. For your profession and what you do. What you've excelled at. Bar, they've all said that you wouldn't excel at it. So what? Mind you, they've already been wrong about the man, but now let's just lie on him. Boy, it'll be a very funny trial, because you know what? All the other lies and stuff that they have said, they'd be like, man, you guys have really, because can you imagine if they actually started having court documents on how many times they bring up his name, how many to compare to other quarterbacks and everything else like that, defaming him and everything else like that, telling him to shove stuff up his tail and everything else. Can you imagine how bad they would look? They would have to sit there like, it is a lot. Oh, man. Oh, that's, ugh. After a while, Disney would have to step in and be like, yo, stop. No, don't talk about him no more. And I know Stephen A would take it personally. I'm telling you he would. How dare him think he could just do it. Mike Florio would take it personal too. Equally. Matter of fact, those two would take it more personal than anybody else. Everybody was making like, wow, he ain't playing, but I guess he got tired of people talking about him, bro. Dang, I mean, they're talking about him a lot. I can't lie. They're talking about him a lot. I mean, some of this stuff is crazy. And I think that would be what it takes for it to finally be enough is enough. But that's just me. That's just me. But what do you guys think? Are you surprised that even though he showed up, they're saying that they don't like that he showed up? Or are you saying, who cares? It is what it is at this point. Let's go try to get this Super Bowl. They're going to hate no matter what happens. It's just life. Let's continue moving forward. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please. All right? But as always, that's an episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. And now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we're going to do what? Facts and truth. Please remember, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You don't love the comments. If you've not already done so already, check out the Wunderkind Morning Show live Mondays through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. We're touching all hot topics of sports, break down sports culture, pop culture, a little bit of nostalgia trivia for the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, guys. Be there or be squared. Okay? All right. Also, if you'd like to donate to the channel, especially now that we've been demonetized, right? Bottom of the screen is a QR code. QR code is to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign. The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. Also available is the Patreon. If you want to be a part of the Patreon, you do the same thing. Go to the description, get the extra episode on Friday. Those are the two ways to support the channel since we've been demonetized, okay? Because there's no longer super chats or memberships. Okay, guys? But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is not just signing off. And as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yerp!
Finish him, Daddy.
You're not